on the last episode of Darkest Dungeon, the dungeon was very dark. I don't think it was the darkest it could possibly be. It certainly wasn't a bright dungeon, despite my efforts to use as many torches as possible. People died. We cleared some things. I think I might be in the middle of a level right now. Find out when we load in here. So I can't even have bright dungeons, I know, right? I would like to play... There's a bunch of genres of games where, like, the game seems to automatically be associated with, like, a hyper-dark setting. For example, I really want to play a Rainbows and Sunshine and Unicorns Dark Souls game. That would be fantastic.
The tragic extent of my failings.
Rainbow, Sunshine, roguelike, you know? So you get these really dark stuff like Binding of Isaac, which is great too. So fine with that. Right, we had just recently done a level 5 mission, which I had been holding off on doing for a really long time. People got super duper stressed in the process. Many of them will only accept healing in one of these areas. If there's stress recovery, I gotta be careful though, because recovering their stress is extremely expensive. And I have a money problem now, which I was working on rectifying by buying the bank upgrade. Yeah, they added so what does Radiant Mode change? It just makes the math easier a little bit. How many did I need? I needed 50 portraits, interest gained on saved gold. So right now my goal is to make money, because I'm broke. So we're gonna take Mustache Girl, Hat Girl. Oh right, I'm hitting that weird tab bug. Guess you found out how to fix it. Yahan and Spoonie, I guess? We had 2 Nod to Evan. Nod Evan died. I do have trash accessories left over that I can sell. Okay. Can't really safely go there. What's the deal with the Sodden crew? How do they work? It's a pretty good name, Yukupo. Delayed curse craving. So we need portraits. Neither of them give it, but we always need crests, so I guess I'll go for the crests first and foremost. Get to experience the full story arc of the game in fewer hours. Gotcha. 12 should be fine. I didn't really realize how much I routinely spend on this crap. I need to get more bloods too. Until I went broke and realized, holy shit, I'm over here spending half of my money every time I go in.
Prying eyes had become a nuisance along the old road, and so I undertook to receive my most curious deliveries by way of marine shipments. A sheltered jetty was accessible by a narrow stone stair off the back of the manor. I love the writing in this game. And a discreet system of pulleys could hoist even the heaviest prizes up the rock face from a securely tied dinghy below.
Is it pronounced dinghy? I've seen that word written very often. I've never heard it pronounced.
Chained and drowning for eternity.
And he brought his voice down a couple registers there. Chest blanketed in barnacles. Herbs? Nope. There's still booty inside.
Handsome reward for a task well performed.
Futurama. I'll help ye for a cut of the booty. When you say cut of the booty, I mean a percentage of the value of the recovered goods. Also, I forgot to have the antiquarian open the first chest. I'd love to have a setting where I could tell the game to do that automatically. Keep summoning an ad that stuns one of your guys and gives them protection. That thing is the thing that spawns Crimson Court crap. bursts down in a single turn. It doesn't make the sense to attack the ad as it spawns, and only from turn 2 onwards. Okay, gotcha.
Packs
Thank you.
laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Oh, if you burn the Crimson Court curio, if you use curio, use a torch on it. Right on. Get that barbaric yelp. I'd love to see more games take this game's approach to the turn-based RPG. Like, just going for, let's make it really hard.
The promise of safety.
I feel like it almost has to be a roguelike to work, though. And you wouldn't want to play, like, a Final Fantasy game where it's this brutal. Three stuns. That is living the dream right there. Four damage. Okay. Stun resist, huh?
Continue
Nice.
the onslaught. Destroy them all.
The new BattleTech is like that. I thought BattleTech was a tactical RPG, isn't it? Is it traditional turn-based like this? Alright, well, he's gonna die in his next turn to bleed, so I can ignore him. Iron Swan, the Jerkwad in the back. Oh, cool. I mean, tactical RPGs are turn-based, but it's more like this kind of a game rather than like a grid. The wonky difficulty curve, huh?
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Nice. Ow, jerk. That wasn't as great as I was hoping it would be. Heal for 2. I feel like XCOM covers the difficult tactical RPG pretty well, right? It's kind of the niche they're exploiting there. Fortunately, I'm pretty low damage here. I've got good healing. Especially with Yahan as my Hellion. Nice dodge. Well done. Oof. Sounds like that might get me in trouble with the boss of the zone, but we'll see what happens. Oh, I forgot to equip everyone with trinkets. Crap. Makes a really big difference to how good my healing is.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope.
I guess if trinkets drop in here, I can just use them. Strange presence is felt near the statue of worship. That sounds like a bad thing. Evil force engulfs the hero. Minus 25% damage, minus 10 accuracy. She can't use any of that. Sucks to be you. What a goof. So the difference in healing is a big deal, I feel like. Very nice. Whoops. No, definitely not that. That's more like it. Okay.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
Well, at least I'm getting money. another battle in here, right?
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Do I want to open with a Yelp again, or do I want to kill the back row person? Because the Yelp is a pretty heavy penalty to damage after that, isn't it? Minus 20% damage. But I think the benefit, once I've done a surprise round, of getting a round in for free. Ooh, gross, he resisted. I'll keep doing the dodge buff then. See if we can kill him before he gets to use that. Oh, so much for that plan. I guess the Jester's ability pierces guard, but it's kind of doing crappy damage right now. Is that enough for the bleed to finish him off? No, he only has 2 damage bleed. Too bad. Now I can't use Iron Swan. That was a bad idea. Oh well. Ooh, God. 17 damage in a level 1 dungeon? Calm way down, game. Right. Well, he'll die in the next turn, so that was a waste anyway. I guess I hit the right character. I need a dancing move for the Jester to move him back a row. I think I have to spend a resource now on doing that.
The death by inches.
Well, she's not going to be able to use Swan anymore anyway, so may as well do that. Nice crits. Oof, should have gone for the stun. Gross.
Precision and power.
Good. What's my total dodge buff right now? 20? And yet... Oops. Sorry. Alright, we get to do the rest of this turn for free now. It's not bad. Basically, all of her abilities debuff her damage pretty badly, right? Yeah, I think we're gonna lose. I think I'm gonna have to run away from the boss fight in here, unless if I get a really good, like, camp buff. I just don't have the DPS for what it sounds like the enemy does, right?
Beyond one's limits. Inspiration and improvement.
Good dodge. Well done. Guess if I bring the Antiquarian, I should probably plan on a high DPS, no healing run, and just hope to win the fights before they win me. Let me go ahead and spend this turn killing that thing. I'm gonna start taking stress for the fight taking too long soon. Five damage bleed. So If I can do 4 damage, he'll be dead on his next turn. Nice crit. Take it. Well, now I shouldn't attack him anymore, right? Because now he's going to die in his next turn. So let's do this instead. A small amount of healing, so the dodge isn't going to matter anymore. Slice off.
Their formation is broken.
Can I get a heal before his turn comes up? That would be great. Nope.
Slowly,
That's okay.
gently. This is how a life is taken.
I love that line. Ship's figurehead. I honestly don't know what I would use with that. A marvelous aura, you say? It's not a torch. Got all these keys, may as well try one. I don't know. Spire's the hero. Oh. Alright. Good to know. I do have 2 Streamer's Choice days, actually. Just using them to play, Kingdom Hearts for a while there. But I also use them to be agile with the schedule if we've got other things to satisfy, like bonus streams or long sub blocks. It will likely return. You're saying if I burn this thing? No. Never mind. It's not. So it could be any of these rooms, could be the final room now, right?
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now
Way
it
to
must
go,
be
Nana.
carried home. Mechanical hazards possessed by evil intent.
Well, in the case of Horizon, I have to be a little careful. Since it's on the voting spreadsheet, I'd have to create some official precedent for pulling a game off the sheet and just playing it because I like it. I've actually wanted to do that with Darkest Dungeon virtually every session we've played it. I'm glad it won the vote.
The blood quickens.
Yeah, that move sucks without the trinket that significantly increases healing. Like too many games for that to ever work, right? Alright, Maggot should die in its next turn to bleed damage. Oh, not anymore. Look at me, I'm the shaman. I can look at it real quick and let you know. It might be more than just those 2 for sure, yes.
The wounds of war
If I don't mention a game that's been featured in a bonus stream, that is not a lack of endorsement for it. I'm just saying these are games that if I didn't have a schedule and I was just playing whatever I felt like after starting, I would have wanted to keep playing without ever stopping. Swan. The Witness, probably Dwarf Fortress once I start playing it, from what I've heard about it. We're playing that next week, actually. Horizon Zero Dawn, Red Dead, Hyper Light Drifter, Stardew, big time. I really want to play Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle because I really liked XCOM, and I really want to play Neo. MLB Power Pros 2008, actually. Wouldn't have told you that. It was one of those games where once I saw that Death Johnson added it, I was like, oh no, this is going to be really weird. I don't know if I'll be good at this game, and then it was not at all what I expected.
That cuts on its own.
Yeah, I love Harvest Moon. I'm very glad that Stardew exists.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Try to take a couple turns of recovery here if I can. Give me 100,000 SP. I think the most efficient path to SP right now is timestamping, but the number of attractive timestamping games is dwindling as more people do it. Yeah, I really like Stardew. Of course she kills it that time. I was hoping to just reduce its health a bit. It's okay, I get to camp soon.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Hidden compartment. Very nice. Man. And I got a scout. God is real. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna go do this combat. I'm gonna come back and rest. Hopefully no additional combat spawn on the way. Oh shit, I forgot to move them. It's okay. Timestamping is a pain. It is. There's a reason why I basically give a heavy incentive to do it for me. I did it for like the first 3 months of streaming and I'm like, oh my god, this is the worst. I love that video games allow for a sentence like that, Leon. I'm stymied in my current game. I have a huge blueberry farm, but I lack the charcoal to effectively turn them into a jam in a reasonable time. Yeah, that seems to be the case. And I can say that, like, when I went back and I updated all of the YouTube VOD titles with some context-sensitive description of where I was at that point in the game, I certainly struggled with the games that I wasn't really familiar with. I often had to pull up, like, a walkthrough just to remind myself what was going on, if there were chapters, that kind of thing. And that was just for a video title. I like the way he says skill. A brilliant confluence of skill. Nice crits. She's one of my highest DPS characters in this group right now. It's kind of sad, actually.
Impressive.
You probably cleared out all the games that you're familiar with. Oh no, I can hear that for sure, Aki. Well, if you ever feel like checking it out, it's there's no commitment element. You just get points for the stuff that you do. So you don't, like, say, I will do this, and then something bad happens if you don't. There's a couple people who don't even reserve videos, they just post the timestamps as soon as they have them. Your playthrough involved a lot of killing the soot sprites in the mine to farm coal. You're making me want to play Stardew again. I think Katie had it on her subblock for a few different sessions. The novelty no longer outweighs the tedium. Right?
And now the true test. Hold fast or expire.
Let's go with hold fast. I'm a big fan of hold fast. I also suddenly worry that after finishing this fight and going back and resting, another battle will spawn in this corridor.
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion. A devastating blow.
Yeah, right on. Hopeful for the future.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
We get stressed out by walking backwards. Hopefully I have a no nighttime ambush thing here somewhere. Mockery. Every rose has its thorn. Position 1. Produces a random trinket. Huh. I don't think I've ever done a medium dungeon with the Antiquarian. That's kind of cool. It's usually garbage, I assume. Oh, and she's got a mortality debuff. Fantastic. Let's take that battle trance. Maybe sharpened spear. What else would we take? That's probably a better use of my resources. Right?
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the
No new
strength
fight
to follow
hype.
it.
Stash heirlooms.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
Yeah, I'm moving her now. I don't really have any reason for him to be in position 1. Don't want to use that Dirk Stab. I wish I could change their skills in... Wait, can I? You can? What? No shit. Oh, well, I can't use any of these anyway. Guess I could always move him back, but that would be kind of silly, wouldn't it? You can change their skills? Why didn't anyone tell me this? That's cool, so I don't have to bring the shitty skills. There's some skills that are only useful on bosses, for example. Whatever, it's fine. I never asked, I know, right? That's what happens when you assume you make an ass out of Uma Thurman.
Even in death, the captain shouts his orders, and the crew obeys.
It's just centered around a mix of routine and depression. Games you want to play, but even though I know they're fun, I end up not feeling like committing the time because there's other stuff to do. Also, Boo, they have an attack that moves you around. She doesn't have any movement resists. Now he can't do anything in position. I guess it's a good reason to move him back. She keeps her DPS boost. Iron Swan's pretty good, isn't it? Higher crit. A year ago, you'd beaten every game in your Steam library. Wow, that's impressive. I don't think I know anyone who can say they've done that. You said the front mob just stuns every round, and the only reason to kill it would be able to kill it in one turn. Is this guy a DLC boss, or has he been around since launch?
Weakened.
Oh, it's a fancy stun, I see. Kill it after it stuns you. I see. Heals to full when he stuns, I see. I'm guessing if I kill it now, it's just gonna stun someone else on the next turn, so I could also just do the fight without access to Yahan. Is that true? Although the boss is healing a lot too. Oh, I have to kill it. Okay. Gives the boss a big prod. Oh, wow, okay. Let's see. And it appears to be healing every turn. I think that must be from that. Boss is not ever going to be bled. Probably going to have to run from this fight, and that's okay though. You get a stress death over here too, right? Maybe we'll luck out and Yahan will get a virtue. I'm not counting on it though. I don't think I'm gonna be able to out DPS this. I'm probably gonna have to run, especially since the boss gets to go twice. And I've got bleed, yeah. At least I know what to expect for next time now. And there it got its full heal. Okay, I think I understand. So the turn it spawns, don't attack it unless you know you can kill it. Okay, I get it. And then after it does that, then you have to finish it off. Yeah, it's pretty horrific, especially since I have no trinkets.
Destroyed.
And it healed. If it didn't heal, I could maybe win eventually. What's with these? Are these like little benefits that I get occasionally for getting crits or something? I feel like I've seen them associated with crits so far. Nice resist. Actually landed the bleed that time. Interesting. I guess I still get to keep my money if I retreat, right? I just get everyone gets stressed out. It's the main disadvantage. Nice. 66 damage versus bleeding is part of that. Cool. I might be able to. I can definitely out-heal the damage, but I guess my major concern is the stress. I'm guessing that can't miss, right? Maybe we'll luck out and she'll get a virtue, though. Let's see. Oh, I didn't realize that had limited uses. Whoops. Nice! Good job, Yahan. I'm so proud of you.
In the face of chaos.
I don't actually know what Stalwart does.
Today.
Looks like it immediately broke that debuff. That's cool. Oh, I see. It had that big bleed resist earlier because of the buff this thing was providing it. I'm not gonna get this lucky ever again. Oh man, you really can't miss. I really need you to hit when you have that buff that gives you plus 66% damage versus bleeding. Oof. Alright. Nice dodge. They can be beaten. Okay, don't miss this time. That's fine, I'll take 12. Yeah, is that a new thing? Do characters get like buffs whenever they crit now? Oh, Stalwart just ignores it. That's fucking great. I like that. Oh, but don't do that, though. Yeah, and do this. Perfect. He's very good at running. I can't believe we're gonna win this. I thought for sure we were deadzo. Not a damage and crit debuff, anything but that. Yahan the wall, I know, right? Way to get Stalwart, Yahan. I think he's sleeping, but we'll have to tell him of the... sing about his great deeds today. I will not join your doom. That's the fucking shit. I have never been this lucky in this whole game.
They are cursed
Yeah.
to float forever, deep in the
Brilliant.
swirling blackness, far beyond the light's reach.
Fantastic. And I never had to throw stuff out. Alright, I've used up all of my luck. That was the lightest dungeon. It doesn't get much brighter than that. You'll never get that lucky again. Yahan is the MVP. Greatest of all time. Holy shit, that went really well. Daggyo.
Life, the greatest treasure of all.
One of these soldiers may be returned to the living. Can I see who they are? Trogdor. And my plague doctors really die a lot, don't they? Marty. Or Penis. It's a hard choice. I think I'm gonna take Trogdor. It's still not great when they come back though, right? Tell you what, this name is lame, I haven't even used yet, so I'll dismiss this name as name, and then we'll rename Trogdor to that.
It is done. Turn yourself now to the condition of those poor devils who remain.
Cool. So what's the benefit? They keep their level, but you have to level everything else up? You get to be the Burninator. Still has all the diseases. Really bad about getting hit by Blight. Really the main benefit to doing that is the XP, right? Because it looks like they lost... She lost skill ranks and she lost armor ranks. Let me try to get her diseases. Black Plague is really bad. Icky. Syphilis. Wow. Yahan did all that with syphilis the whole time and I never bothered to remove it. I'm a horrible person. Oh yeah? All plague doctors can do that? I thought that was a specific camp skill. I also didn't know it was 100% success rate. It's good to know. Okay. So, I now have money. Okay, that's good to know. Thanks. I want to just get the bank. I guess I can't afford it yet unless if I sell some garbage trinkets and I exchange some stuff for portraits. Let me see what missions are available first. Let's do that. Snuff box. I'm looking for stuff that has portraits. 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 % of room battles, medium. 3 holy relics. %40 healing received. I like that. There's no downside. Tome of Vestal healing. Do I already have that one? I do. Okay. So I think I want the healing received. I'd love to have that stack. Okay. So this is a medium dungeon, so I can take anyone between 4 and 5. Oh yeah, Xavier. Let's see. Hey, Ahan, you were the hero of the last adventure, sir. When placed under stress, you instead showed virtue and became stalwart and resisted the boss's primary attack, making the rest of the fight trivial. I appreciate your effort. All these people have the Crimson Curse. I don't even know if do I have blood for them? Let me see really quick before I go. No, it didn't warn me that last time, or I ignored it. I may have ignored it. I only have 3 blood, so I don't feel super comfortable about bringing all people with the blood curse. Let's bring Kami instead, then. Now, my only way I can get blood is to probably do a Crimson level, or to interact with that curio that spawns Crimson enemies, right? Oh, they can die of thirst in town if I don't have enough? Oh, I really want this thing with the portraits. So they'll consume blood while idle if there's blood available in town, right? Or do you have to bring them on missions to sate them? They only consume it if the alternative is death while in town. Oof. Great. I've seen that happen. Straight up dying. Oops. Torches are less relevant in here. I forget what they actually do. They have like a curio value or something. Should be fine. Fingers crossed. Don't die. Some wasting heroes in town may die. Oof. Wow. Okay, hopefully they don't waste in this mission. Dun-dun-dun! Fingers crossed, folks. I need to get, like, a bajillion bloods. Wasting. Torch gives them a buff, 3 accuracy. Now they're wasting too. Please drop blood. Please drop blood. I didn't realize how bad it had gotten and how many of my party members are being afflicted by it. I'm gonna lose a bunch of them just to that.
Well struck.
Dyna's next turn.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them.
Please drop blood. That's not blood. Neither of those things are blood. Hey, this soil is soaked with half-clotted blood. Let me drink some of that. Probably medicinal herb, maybe. What a strange specimen. Great. The stench of pestilence, my favorite. Oh, I don't need to know the curio thing. Since it marks the ones that were unsuccessful, I can always try multiple ones.
The ground quakes.
I'm just glad they changed that to make it work that way. Surely perish of this thirst. Ooh, yikes. Really needed that to land. At least the blight part landed. Yeah, I do like those mosquito swarm. Can't be thirstier.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken. Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Gods have mercy, I am practically hollow. Staggering force.
Press this advantage.
Drop some blood, give me some blood. Oof, okay. Who do I care about more, Opulent Imperial or Buckin? Opulent Imperial is higher level, so you get to not die. You get the next one, Buckin, it's okay. Yeah. We'll see. And does the amount of bonus accuracy you get higher for each torch you use or something? Yeah, I mean, I like all of the expansions of this game. I like that they make it harder. There's more things I have to worry about all the time. I like that there have been patches lately that add more ways to get blood outside of these specific missions. What I don't like, and probably the only thing I don't like about Darkest Dungeon, which I think is an almost perfect game, is how many mechanics use the design space of the inventory. There's so much stuff competing for inventory space that it gets really challenging.
Did you
Hey,
eat
lovely.
them?
I did.
You caved?
Well, they were being real jerks.
They're always real jerks.
I didn't want them
That
to
is
knock the
their
computer
way.
over. How are you doing, lovely? It's my wife, Andrea.
Alright, I was kind of in the middle of something, but I'm like, it's 5:40, I'm gonna go home and just do it tomorrow.
It's fair.
Hey, hey.
Hey, Andrea's here. Here comes science. Guess I'll try the shovel? Nope. Now I know it doesn't work.
L6 kind of here you want to talk about the nuclear posture review, where I only read the executive summary, and by read I mean kind of skimmed. But it just seemed like it was like, we need better nukes. We need, so, and you're like, where's the money coming for that? You're like, no, we just need a better arsenal. It's like, Russia's doing this, and we're gonna do the same thing, but totally not because Russia's doing it.
What is the hard mode like? Like, what all does it change?
Confidence surges.
What
as
did
the
you find
enemy
interesting
crumbles.
about the nuclear posture review?
I think he wanted to talk to you during front mission, which we beat. So we're not.
Oh.
We're back in political quarantine. But you could talk about
I
it in
see.
Discord,
Okay, very good.
or unless if you have something that you don't think would violate the quarantine 6-gun.
As the fiend
It's
falls,
possible to talk
Yeah,
about.
sorry, I
nuclear
was in the
policy.
middle of something that wasn't working, and I was like, must make this work, to the point where I had to even turn off my music so I could focus. I think I have it working. I think.
I forgot to put trinkets
Looks like
on them
I'm
again.
getting
didn't I?
answers from the paper I've been following. So.
Bitch. I was really good about that in my when we played this for 4 hours, and I was like super in Darkest Dungeon mode the whole time.
discussion is
So are you in a darkest dungeon?
I'm in a. This dungeon's pretty dark.
Yeah.
It's not the darkest dungeon, but it's pretty fucking dark.
I mean, it
Buckin's
looks
gonna
pretty
die.
light.
He needs to eat blood really badly. Like, he's really hungry for blood, and he hasn't had any. And I didn't get any blood again.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
What was in the front mission?
It was convenient to conversation because we couldn't really talk about the game too much.
Oh, the review too much?
No. Front mission would have been convenient because there is nothing game related to talk about.
Oh, front mission is a game! I thought it was a section of the NPR.
No.
My bad. I was like, I don't remember there being a front mission that's just like, our mission as
love the
America
adventure.
is to be the best. That's our mission.
Of course I cut my finger on the manhole.
It's to make all the other countries scared of us and want to be our friends at the same time.
He doesn't need blood, he needs the blood. Well, I feel like I need to spawn it. I can use the torch. Which I guess it only does the thing you were saying
You know-
in this area, Nodovan. What's that, Andrew?
We want to be Regina George. We want to have all the friends, but we want them to fear us.
The argument I've seen for the nuclear posture review, if you don't know my wife Andrea, she is a physicist, she works on astrophysics, and recently is in the X division at the Los Alamos National.
No, I'm in P Division.
You're in P division.
Yes.
Physics.
And even if I do subcrits, that's P Division.
Very good.
Yep.
Anyway, I saw a post on Reddit that was arguing that the US deciding in the recent posture review to build new low-yield nuclear weapons is kind of a silly idea, because you have to launch a low-yield nuclear weapon from a nuclear sub, which gives away the location of the sub. So if you're going to use the sub, you better be blowing some shit up hardcore and not deploying a tactical nuke. And apparently their argument is, well, we don't ever intend to use a tactical nuke. This is a deterrence thing. We're trying to keep Russia from using tactical nukes. Because in their posture review, they said we're going to use tactical nukes in
Versatility, something.
A singular strike.
Europe.
Yeah, that's what I tell people when I'm like talking about the subcrit science I'm about to do, because they're like, ew, you want to work on weapons? And I was like, let me tell you about our arsenal and how old it is. And let me tell you about how it's a really good idea to understand how the pieces of that change over time.
Creatures can be felled.
I think that so the arsenal exists, and so I think that understanding all the pieces that make it go are a worthwhile thing to do.
You have this interesting problem where most of the people who are physicists who are informed about nuclear weapons are very old,
Yeah.
right? Because they're the ones that were on the Manhattan Project. So you want to have... Maybe slightly younger than that, but they're very old compared to like you want to have younger people who understand how they work so they can be informed, so they can make policy decisions.
Right, you definitely
right?
want to have that knowledge, not retire with
the people
the
that are
old
retiring.
people who. Yeah, we actually have this old guy who's been like imparting all of his knowledge on Wednesdays during lunch. So he put together all these slides with tons of words on it, which is usually shitty, but like we can go back as a reference and be like, what's his Marion? Like, what did Marion say about this thing?
Disagree with your stated rationale for versatility. No yield. This will be our last battle, and then I'll wrap up stream after this. Gonna walk downtown?
So I was gonna talk to you about that. Like, we walked on Saturday, and I think we walked on Sunday a little bit.
You know that in olden time, people walked every day.
Oh, I
It's
guess,
very different.
and we walked yesterday.
I clearly want to walk for walking's sake, because I want to be healthy and not because I want to play Pokemon Go.
So I was thinking that we could just order Domino's and stay in.
Can we walk to go pick it up?
You can.
I think there's a really good argument, too, that if you are a person who is opposed to nuclear weapons, that is as much a good reason to be one of the people that's involved in working on them, because you don't want the only people working on nuclear weapons to be people that are
Russia
pro...
and China.
No, people that are pro-nuclear weapons.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I mean, right, I tell people, I'm like, you know, I'm a citizen scientist. I'm not a military scientist. And if you wanted to be a policymaker, then, you know, go on that career path. But I'm not interested in being a policymaker. Just kind of want to do the science. It's interesting science. Now I know, blah, blah, Ice 9, something, something, something.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
I'm not getting blood drops in here. It's really bad. Alright, that is time, folks. Thank you all for hanging out. It's been a treat as always. I'll let you know what's coming up next. Oops.